Hi everyone. My name is Ali, and my company Planetarians makes ingredients and products from upcycled defatted seeds. Defatted seeds it's dry matter that's left after oil was extracted from sunflower, canola, or cottonseed. But before I tell you how we make it, let me show you a couple of problems. Most of you are aware that a lot of Americans consuming a lot of animal-based meals have significant problems with their bodies. And what's most interesting, the animal agriculture cannot feed the world. It takes 80% of farmland, but provides just 20% of calories. If you come to any business school, you will be advised to do the opposite. Healthier choices, concerns about the climate change and growing population, all of them drive demand for the plant-based ingredients and created the robust marketplace. Look at this Nielsen chart, and you will see that plant-based products drive growth in stagnating, in even declining, like cereal categories. Imagine my fascination when I, as a food scientist, stumbled upon the ingredient that's fed to the animals, still having more protein than we get back from beef. I'm speaking about the fatted seeds. I thought, what if we apply our tech to make the healthy and delicious products straight from the defatted seeds? And if we can make it, we can feed 1.5 billion people. We can reduce the pressure on the land, and we can cut the carbon dioxide emissions. So our solution is the ingredients from the fatted sunflower seeds. They are nutritious. Along with protein, they have fiber. They are cost-effective. They are 5 times cheaper than pea-based protein. They have more protein than beer-spent grains. And if you replace 1/3 of nutrients in any bakery mix, you can double the protein and fiber content, keeping the same costs. And as I already mentioned, they are sustainable. So you can cut the greenhouse gas emissions. And since we upcycle the ingredients, we don't need to grow more crops. And the annual supply of the defatted seeds is enough to feed 1.5 billion people. That's the exact amount of the people to be projected on the Earth by 2050. And if you work in the food business, you will be fascinated by the multiple, unlimited promo ideas based on the sunflower and the seeds. And it's allergen-free and non-GMO. Well, it looks like we have a huge upside in front of us. But the big question, is it feasible? To answer this question, we came to the University of Minnesota last year and completed our feasibility tests. And General Mills Lab certified that we have our protein in our ingredients with a complete set of essential amino acids. It's vegan, non-GMO, allergen-free, kosher, and gluten-free. Cool. We can make it, but will the people eat it? To answer these questions, we made our MVP, sunflower chips with triple amount of protein, double amount of fiber, and less fat compared to conventional potato chips. When we launched our chips on Amazon this spring, we had 3 months growing on average 69% per month. This gives us the right to scale our ingredients to other categories. Look at this multi-billion categories, and imagine, for instance, protein ramen to feed the growing population in Asia, or protein bread or protein muffin, or high fiber pretzel to combat obesity in the United States. And we have a plan for that. Our goal is to convert all the sunflower oil cake into food by 2040. To make it real, we need to show successful business examples in a partnership with big corporations. We need to show that food from defatted seeds can be not only healthy but also delicious. And we need to show the benefits of repurposing oil cakes from animal feed for human consumption for the plants. And if you want more players on the market, we need to standardize and certify ingredients, and then make it available for every bakery and everyone to bake it. And the last, we need to show benefits as for people, so for the planet. And it looks like since the National Sunflower Association sent me today the note that we will be publishing an article about our technology, and as an example for all the crushing plants in the United States, we are on the right way. A couple of words about our business model. As you may see from this slide, we get our revenue from several sources. We license our technology to manufacturers and share the revenue. We sell our formulations to companies and also offer service for development of new formulations. And we sell our ingredients. And doing that, we shift all-purpose flour to the next level. We offer more protein and fiber at the same price. A couple of words about our team. This is not first the rodeo for us. Me and my co-founder Anastasia, we started a food business several years ago. And that time we developed and manufactured nutritionally complete drinks. And we sold more than 1 million servings within 3 years. That experience allowed us to make good connections in the industry. And when we started Planetarians, we were able to collect a pretty good advisory board from former executives of Cargill, Think Think, Campbell's, Just, and current employees of University of Minnesota. Our company was accelerated by Techstars, and during the demo day, we even managed to convince Techstars founder Brad Feld to invest in us, along with Lisa Gansky and David Larrabee. And speaking about all those multiple formulations, we landed a very good formulations partner, Madsen. Madsen is the most successful development company in the Northern America. But big question, what if somebody wants to do the same? To prevent that, after we completed our feasibility tests in the University of Minnesota, we filed patent applications for the process, for the ingredient, and for the formulations that prevent using defatted seeds in any food product for human consumption by any competitor. And looking at the multiple players in the ingredients area, looking for the new alternative sources of protein, this set us as the target for acquisition. Let me summarize. Our company has the potential to make people's lives healthier and feed the world. We aim our solutions for the several multi-billion markets, and our patent applications prevent competitors to enter into the market, and set us as the market as the target for their acquisition. Thank you for your attention.
Thanks, Alec. Now to start off with Q&A. In your deck and profile, you focus on the products. However, today you seem to make a big emphasis on ingredients. Can you explain to why this is?
Well, as I briefly told, that our experience lies in the CPG area, where we sold over 1 million servings of our nutritionally complete drinks. So when we started Planetarians, we thought that we will be developing our own product line. But after participating in several events, such as Food Waste Summit, Fancy Food Show, IFT, during the June and July, we saw such a tremendous interest to our ingredients. So we started to look closer at this opportunity. And when they found the former employee of Campbell's and the Just, who expressed the interest to help us to make those partnerships, I mean the Jamie Valenti Jordan you might saw in our advisory board. So we decided to go into ingredients area at full speed, because making partnerships with multiple established brands, we can grow the business much more faster. So what we are doing right now, so we are trying to land all those prospects that we collected from the previous shows.
Got it. Next question. You position yourself as an alternative protein. Can you elaborate on this?
Yeah. Initially, when we stumbled upon defatted seeds, we were interested in the protein for our own formulations. So we used to pay $5,000 for the metric ton of soy protein. Here, for defatted seeds, for the same metric ton, we can pay $170. So $5,000 and $170, it's a big difference. So we were very curious how to get the protein for our formulations. But instead of the conventional protein isolation way, we thought, why should we get rid of the fiber? That's also a very valuable ingredient. So, and if you follow the scientific publications for the last couple of years, you might know that fiber is the food for our microbiome, the bacteria who lives in our guts. So we thought, what if we can keep both, and fiber and protein? And when we developed our technology, now we are not as the isolated protein. We are more like a flour, having protein and the fiber. And that decision allowed us to significantly cut costs. When you buy pea protein for $3-4 per pound, and soy protein for the $2 per pound, we can sell it as low as 50 cents, and even go lower if you buy in truckloads.
Got it. Next question. When it comes to competitors, why can't some of the bigger players in the space just copy what you're doing?
Well, this is a year ago when we approached the Cargill and ADM and wanted to buy our defatted seeds for our experiments. We stumbled a very big problem as a prejudgment. They said, "What are you going to use this waste for the food ingredients?" We started to dig why do they have this prejudgment? Because the years ago, the oil cakes or defatted seeds, that's the dry matter that's left after oil was extracted, was treated like the byproduct, the waste that needs to be utilized. And animals fitted that function very well. So they found the nearby farm and deliver the oil cake there. But once they saw the growth in the animal production, so it turned to be into the business. So right now they sell and the oil and the oil cake. And it became such a regular business, I would say even conservative business. So they have the only very narrow vision. Defatted seeds, animals. So we even had the initial problems. They didn't want to sell us the ingredients to make the food ingredients. Okay, if they are so rigorous, well, we decided to file the patent applications for our process and our ingredients, and use this opportunity to get the cream.
Got it. All right, we have time for one last question. Current sales value is only $37,000 a month, while you're showing significant increase in your financial projections. Can you elaborate on this?
Sure. We considered the initial sales of our MVP as the market test. So we consider that starting from 0 to 37K in 3 months is a pretty good sales velocity. And right now, when we remove the prejudgment, everyone who tries our chips can clearly state and convince himself that it's a food product. So we open the multiple products in our roadmap. As well, we open it multiple doors to make the partnerships. So we expect the growth in sales from those several revenue streams. So 37K is just for the market test.